Hi guys, and welcome back to another video. As you guys can see, today's video is a bit different, but don't worry, it's still about mobile gaming. So today I'm going to be looking at a mobile gaming controller. Now, I haven't really done many reviews on mobile gaming controllers, things like that, and this controller I've only bought very recently, so this is more of an initial review rather than an overall review. I bought this mobile gaming controller off Amazon for roughly $15. It was a super cheap controller, pretty generic, nothing too special. It just has these fingers that respond from the touch over here. Now, there's a couple things I've noticed and a couple things I like and dislike. Firstly, the controller is built very well, even though it's like a kind of a generic controller and not a super known company that creates it. It's really solid and it performs as it said it would. Now, there are hundreds of companies that do controllers like this, that make controllers like this, and most of them are Chinese companies, but as I said, the product is pretty solid. Now, when it comes to the type of phones you could insert in here, obviously these handles stretch, and they do have a bit of spring in them, so they are pretty tight. You could pretty much fit any phone you like in here, from a 5-inch screen to pretty much a 7-inch screen in here, and then you could adjust your in-game controls to match the top over here. Obviously, you could use both of your joystick, both the running and the firing, for games like Call of Duty Mobile, for games like Kaboom, for games like Fortnite, and I'm thinking about some other mobile shooting games. Mostly this is for shooting games. I guess you could still use it for a bit of gaming or a bit of racing games here and there, but I think it's mostly used for shooting games. Now, if you have an Xbox, if you have a PS4, PS5, you will be more used to this than a regular phone. I personally find myself being able to play more or better with my phone. Maybe that's because of the over a year of practice just playing with my thumbs and fingers rather than a controller. But so far, I just find this to be, I don't know, kind of slow, because you got to press here and then you got to wait for that button to go down, and instead of doing all that, you could do it so much quicker with your fingers. So the response time isn't as great on the controller so far. But as I said, I've only used the controller for about 2 days now playing Call of Duty Mobile, and it really didn't turn out all that well for me. Maybe I need a more practice or a little bit more effort trying to actually use more components of the game, because in the past I didn't use jumping, I didn't use sliding, so I'm trying to implement those elements, and when I try to do it with my fingers from up top, it just feels like a weird position, so I thought a controller might be a good idea. Now, if you're wondering if this controller is worth it, for $15, obviously I don't regret getting the controller. I wanted to test it out, I wanted to see how it functioned, and honestly, it does the job it says it's gonna do. I just find it to be a little bit slow in the reaction time, just because it goes through another step. You gotta press a button, and then the button brings down the lever, which smashes on the screen and causes the screen to react essentially. But yeah, I find it to be slow, and every once in a while the controller does misfire. So unless I press it down really hard and just hold it down for a second, it sometimes doesn't catch the touch. And my phone touch isn't terrible, it's definitely pretty good. It reacts when I want it to react, and I've never really had problems with it. I also don't have problems with multi-touch. I could literally simultaneously put 4 fingers on the screen and it'll react to all of them. So that's not a problem. I just find it to be a bit slow and then a bit reactive at times. So those are the problems I've noticed with my controller. As I said, quality really quite solid. It doesn't seem hollow at all. Really nicely well-rounded. Looks pretty nice. Obviously, all the levers work perfectly. They are a bit loud, so if you're playing at night or something and you don't want to be super loud, there is a bit of clicking and popping, as you can hear from this. But yeah, other than that, guys, if you guys want to check this controller out, I'll try to leave a description or a link in the description below. If you like this video, hit that thumbs up button. If you like this type of content in general, hit that subscribe button as well as the post notification bell, and I'll keep you guys updated on the games I play, do some gameplay, do some live streams. Come join me, we'll have a blast. But until then, guys, have an amazing day, and I will see you guys in my next